Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Steven. Today's episode is about the Selmer Paris Signature Clarinet. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and like and share afterwards. We'll get right to it. I had the opportunity to set up a set of Selmer Signature Clarinets, both the A-flat and B versions of these instruments. They came in a beautiful case, as you see here, nice leather case. A beautiful instrument. For instance, on the bottom of the lower joint is actually on the back side, to the front side. I guess ease of manufacturing. What you can see here, though, you'll see these raised tone holes all over the place, especially down here. Taking a look at some quick pictures, the tone holes. Let's talk about this a bit more. Basically, what I found out is they both had a wonderful acoustics and playing capabilities. The projection seems wonderful. The overall balance from top to bottom, the clarinet was very smooth and very tonally centered in a way. The Selmer signatures were a specifically designed clarinet. All the tone holes are raised to increase the total length of each tone hole. The barrel, to a lot of modern Selmers, has a smaller bore than the upper joint. That's right, it seemed like a pinch point with the barrel. The barrel seemed to provide a level of center and resistance to make the clarinet a very balanced instrument, preventing the player from overblowing in a sense. Though there's someone like myself that prefers excessive dynamics, being able to go from not only very soft pianissimo, but to a loud but balanced fortissimos, the signature was a bit too reserved for my liking, at least in that playing characteristic only. This, of course, in no way means there's a problem with the clarinet in any regards, but there's more of a symphonic or chamber player clarinet. For me, my LeBlanc LLs was used in the past for chamber music, as can mix very well tonally with other select woodwinds and string instruments. But then, of course, I don't play them very often for that same reason. Other players have commented the signatures are really stuffy, but like the term reserved. If one prefers a high airflow and or a larger tip mouthpiece, they'll feel held back by these instruments, or in their term, it'll seem stuffy. Use a large bore, a large tip mouthpiece in this clarinet, it's going to make it sound stuffy. So it's more of a, like I said, reserved, more symphonic or small ensemble clarinet. Like I mentioned, all other scenarios, such as small ensembles, playing this instrument is fantastic. There's no means saying one cannot use it for any setting, but there's so many other great clarinets out there. This one seems to fit in only a certain category to me. Tonally, the instrument has a very centered tone. The playing balance top to bottom allows one for easy emission, a very nice control of the tone. It had very nice fluid key work, very well balanced with the springs. I mean, everything about this was fantastic. And I remember I took a picture of the barrel because the barrel had a smaller bore and had that information somewhere, I believe. CG tone holes actually raised a bit. All the tone holes are raised, which is the oddest thing about this. And it was a very heavy instrument, if I recall. Here's the register pip, the register key too. You can see the pip right here sticking out, metal, of course. Nice key work, nicely designed key work, nicely built key work. Pattern is really good. Here's looking down the joint here. Yeah, that's the register pip right there sticking in. It's not flush. But going on the Selmer's website, when they had this actually, it stated that the tone was a right compromise between roundness and presence, and a subtle mixing of sweetness and energy. A wide dynamic range facilitates pianissimo and unsaturated fortissimo, with a perfectly homogeneous tone over the various registers. It's interesting because the description sounds fairly correct, except for the unsaturated fortissimo. But one can take that of a single fortissimo versus a double fortissimo. The fortissimo isn't a problem, just that the back pressure increases significantly, which can be much easier accomplished on other instruments of other designs. Personally, I do not like much back pressure as compared to, say, the Buffet R13. The keywork, though, is superb silver plate. The action is smooth as silk motion. When properly set up, the intonation in the barrel is fantastic. Though when it comes to intonation, this instrument seems to have a limited temperature range. Don't try to use this instrument when it's below 70 degrees. I couldn't get the instrument within 20 cents of tune throughout the entire range, even with the shorter barrel. But when playing this instrument in the 70s and up, there is no intonation issues. So if you live in a cold climate and most of your venues are more on the cold side, I recommend not using this instrument. Other than that, the climate issue, everything about this is really a top-notch clarinet. My only dislike is it's very temperature sensitive and the back pressure because of the barrel. But of course, the keywork, fit, finish, tonal balance throughout the range just was a lovely instrument to play. And it's really an oddity with the raised tone holes throughout, as you can see in these pictures. I didn't measure the tone holes, I don't believe. But really, it's not on the top of my list for anything. If someone's looking for something specifically like this for a second, third clarinet, well, that's a quick review of the Selmer Signature Clarinet. Thank you for listening today. Any questions, comments, please post them down below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. You gotta love knowledge, you gotta love life, gotta love clarinets, right? We'll see you next time.